I am the Supreme Patriarch.
The Grand Barony of Nordland is a major and late-founding imperial province that lies between the northern shores of the Empire and Middenland to the south. They were not one of the original founding tribes who became a county. In fact, it wouldn't be until the 4th century that they would be subjugated and forced into the Empire by Emperor Sigismund II. Since their joining, they've been famous for housing the Imperial Navy and its tolled coastal roads, providing safe passage to Marienburg. Many sea fortresses and watchtowers line the coast of Nordland, as the raiders across the Sea of Claws are a common threat that cannot be ignored. Their state troops, including the Nordland Marines, wear blue and yellow uniforms, and they're led by Elector Count Theodoric. Traditionally, the Elector Count of Nordland is also the Prince of Marienburg as well, which has been a point of contention since the city left the Empire in 2429. Here's where we're going to end our war and our series. Be sure to check out the outro at the very end. Well everyone, let's have a look around here. There's a big rebellion that's happening. One that we need to put down. Oh, enemies are raiding, but that is really okay. It's time to go back into combat. You failed your mission, Erwin. I forgive you for that. I don't really have much more to give you other than boost income. You're an agent. Fierenberg is about to go back into combat. Over here is Gelt. Gelt can come after Boris Sonbringer. Wait, where did you go, Boris? He left. He was like right over here. What a Houdini. At rank 29, let's put a point over here to Deadly Blade. There we go. Now that is a battle that we can fight out, or we can auto-resolve it. I'll decide in just a minute. It's not really that much of a large army that I need to worry about. Let's get Imperial policies right now. It's a right that we have. Okay. Who's here now? We're not fighting Greenskins. We're not fighting Chaos right now. Unity. Oh, hello. I can do that. Holy Wrath would be neat, but we need Unity in War. Now we have a few buffs in combat. It's going to be quite handy to have. Helmet Fierbach, you'll go out later. Fire Lord Hans Weiser, I really enjoy having you in combat. I really enjoy using my Bright College Lords. They're a lot of fun. Let's pick up Magical Reserves right now and head over here. Yeah, I don't know where Boris went to. I'm going to have to find him. He's hiding somewhere. We have a new location under our command right now. Executioner, enemy leadership -2, public order -3. We're only growing in power. For Fierbach, let's move down over here to Karoberg. We're not done conquering these lands just yet. And while that is going on, I know that we've got other armies. I just need to find them. It's hard to find them all. There's so many of them. Let's see. Where are my men at? I'll have to look right over here. We've got Tolman Schwartz, who's been fighting Norsemen. He's been doing a good job at that. I don't really want that location, though. I'm not here to settle down there. I guess I'll bring you... Or did they win? Ah, Lucini. That's where we need to go. I'm sure the other factions have a grip on it. Almbreak is nearby too. We'll bring him over. It's about time to get another friend over. And now it's about time for a big fight. We need to go fight a fellow called Otter. I thought it was Otto. I had to like blink and reread it. Otter. Well, Otter. Let's go kill him. Alright, what are we looking at? We're looking at 3 groups of artillery. A lot of great swords. Some handgunners. Ooh, this should be good. It is time for another battle now. We have more enemies on the way. We have handgunners who are getting ready to execute our enemies back here. Then we'll go over our general formation. But look at these war wagons moving in. They're like, oh man, we made a terrible mistake today. They're being shot to shreds. There's not much left. There's not much to even look at. After that, we can go after all of the other infantrymen who are over here too. They need to die as well. I've got ambitions here. We've got people who need to go home. Oh, there are so many dead. We're not yet done. Hold on. Holy crap. The execution is extreme. And we're also killing their leader too. That's pretty brutal. Are we going to let a few of them go? You know, just like let a few of them go home maybe? No? I suppose we're not doing that. They're running. They're trying. They did not make it. These killing fields were dramatic and awful. Now we have other ones to look at. Over here is where we have the main enemy army. So here's my formation. I've got artillery on the right flank. I've got my handgunners who are going to move up pretty soon. I've got some halberds over in the trees. I've got my volley gun right over here, my wagon on the left flank pulling away. And we're going to be going in very soon. There's a bunch of piercing bolts falling down on top of them. That's going to draw them to me. That was enough to incite them to attack us. Now it's time for them to advance towards our line, and we get to use our artillery to smash them to smithereens. This campaign has been a glorious one of my favorite ones. I really enjoyed my Knights of Origo, and I've enjoyed my Gelt campaign. I don't know what it is about playing humans who are having to fend off terrible and awesome foes, but it is a great feat, and it's always fun. Now here they come, the men of Nordland. They have mortars who are now shelling our positions. We're bringing up our leaders right now. We have handgunners on the right flank. They're hitting my halberds over in the woods, and it's now time for my artillery to move up to hit more of them, those who are coming at me right now. There they all are, advancing slowly, the brave lot, and they're also using their own Hellstone rocket battery to shell our side. My turn too, though. Okay, those didn't count. Those were warm-ups, all right? You can see my handgunners now moving our way. And now we're hitting more of them. They're all charging in. The men of Nordland are coming to me. They have handgunners, they have crossbowmen, they have swordsmen, and more. And if we go look over here, we have my Hellblaster volley gun now shooting at a bunch of huntsmen. Who's gonna win? Some woody boys or real man's guns? Real man's guns? Real gunmen? I don't know. Anyway, it's time for our line to charge in too. We've got artillery, we've got mechanized units moving around. It's a new age of warfare, and we're now having to collide. You can see that Hellblaster volley gun ripping through my lines. They have handgunners shooting our infantrymen. They're not done yet. They're still heading towards us. Here comes our own Hellstone rocket battery battering them. And they've now met our lines. What do we need to do? Well, we need to move a few more units, don't we? We have over here handgunners moving into position. They're about to flank our enemies. While that is going on, we've got an enemy leader to go after. Our own leaders are now flying high above, killing those who are behind. Those huntsmen are now engaged with our black gun over here, our volley gun, our black war wagon right over here. I keep blinking out on names today. I've been fighting for too long and not breathing enough. There's a bunch of great swords who are going to cut through my infantry, but maybe if we can flank them, maybe if we can get our handgunners into the proper position, like right over here, we can destroy them completely. We do need to move up slightly, but I didn't really have time to do so, so we just began to shoot at what we could. There, we're trying to carefully target with our Hellstorm rocket battery, hitting those who are behind. We have over here our captain going after some more artillery. Their Hellblaster volley gun is now gone, and we also have enemy units that are charging in, great swords. Now, what do we do to a bunch of great swords who are charging in towards us? Well, that Hellblaster volley gun has one good response to them. And here they come right now, charging in with their great blades. These are trained men of the blade. While you were reading your books and trying to get laid, they were training with the blade. Okay, maybe trying to get laid was a better call, because we just ripped right through an entire group of great swords. They have only 30 left. We have over 100 kills, and most of their army is now broken. It was a quick, succinct battle. The brevity of it does not belie the true carnage that took place here. Not properly. Now they're running and still being shot, executed for their crimes of rebellion. Rebellion will not be permitted in the lands of the Empire, and so they all fall today. Every single one of them. The battle is won, ladies and gentlemen. We have more to fight. Let us proceed. Here's a close victory for all of us here. We lost 385. Tactically, we outmaneuvered them. We had moving gunners. We had artillery. We had our Hellblaster volley gun on a war wagon. It all went very well. We lost a bit of infantry, but that is really hard to avoid with all that they had over here. Now, there we are. More replenishment for Fierenberg. Well, Jean, let's bring you back over here to Salzamund. You beat that army, now you can move back. And what are we going to give you today? Mighty Forge? I think not. Imperial Gunnery? Absolutely. It's part of your job, it's part of your occupation. Now, Deadly Blade for Captain. Actually, Sigmar's Ward to reduce some ranged damage. We'll do that instead. And now it's time for Gelt to move into another battle. Not here, though. I want to find our good buddy Boris. I mean, that army's way too tiny. It's a bunch of swordsmen. You know what I've done to swordsmen. Goodbye, Dirk and Rudiger. I partially wanted to burn it down, but now we own it. We don't have a lot of gold coming in. That's really all right. We don't need that much gold. Now we need to wait for a new turn. I'm sure Boris will show his face eventually. I know that he was over there. We just need to conquer a few more locations. Then we'll have united the North. That's all that I want right now. To unite the North. We've conquered so much. It took a minute, but we found him. He came over to Weisman. So we've got over here Boris Tonbringer, Vorn Thugenheim, and Johann Puttkammer. In addition to Jovi Aldrich. He's got a steam tank with him. Look at that veteran army. Okay, a bit of fluff for Vorn, who is very powerful. 120 armor, 77 speed, 66 melee attack, 58 melee defense, and a charge bonus of 47. Bearer of the Standard of Middenheim, Vorn is a respected warrior who has been given the honor of being chosen to enter the Teutogen Guard for his service within the Knights of the White Wolf, holding a powerful position within the order. That's who we're fighting now. And of course, Boris Tonbringer. He's flying? Great. Fortunately, not on a Griffin, or that would have been much worse. So we're defending Weisman. Do we get a unique map or just a wide open field? That'll change up how we fight. Let's have a look over here and see what we get. Okay. Oh, we get a statue of Sigmar right in the middle. That map is so common now. Well, that should make it a little bit easier. Let's see here. Do I want to avoid using my ranged abilities? Not really. All right. I'll use the trees to my advantage. Before Sigmar, we get to spill more blood. Let's go look at our formation right now. It's a very important battle for us here. We're fighting Boris Tonbringer for the survival of Middenland. And really the proclamation that, hey, we rule here now. If we lose, he's got a chance still. Over here, we have all of our infantry waiting in our reserves. We have our handgunners on the left flank. Our pistoliers are over here on the right flank. And we have war wagons who are currently moving up. They're trying to get a few shots off on our enemies, who are not too far from where we're at right now. You can see them all advancing through the woods. The steam tank will be here eventually. There's our war wagons working overtime. There are some shells landing right by us, dealing some nasty damage to our units. But thankfully, we're holding on. Now we're having to move away. I was hoping to be able to get more shots off on them. But it's hard to take advantage of your foe's weaknesses when they share all of your strengths too. What you're about to see here is another really cool battle. Tactically, we've had a lot of very interesting battles in these campaigns, and I've been told by a few people that they've learned a lot on how to fight on their own whenever I change things up, so I'm very glad to hear that. Now we have knights charging in. They have so many knights, and it makes it very hard for me to outrun them. Their speed is 77. Mine is over here a little bit higher at, let's see, 80. The war wagons are still moving. Here comes Boris right now. They're still moving around. The battle's going to take place right over here on this road. At least Sigmar doesn't have to look at it. He's charging in at our captain. We've got our infantry now moving in. We still have enemies over here who are able to charge into my grenade launcher units. And you can see how many they have over here. Now it's time for Hans Weiser to blaze right through them, much like that, burning them. Oh, by the fires of Sigmar, you guys are done. They're all like, oh, but what about Ulrich? He was the first god. Get out of here. Sigmar, go home. They do have handgunners, and now our infantry is charging in, fighting the men of Middenland. These are prime warriors. These are no one to really sneeze at. They're quite good. We have more units over here. Our war wagons have moved away. They've been caught by some knights. They'll have to pull out right now while that is going on. Let's go look at the rest of the battle right now. We've got some more knights who are moving into the woods, and we've got to be really careful because we need to move out our pistoliers and our grenade launchers so that we can actually use them, because right now we really can't do that. And I do want to show you Vorn Thugenheim, who's around here somewhere once we find him. I don't know where. Would that be him? No, that is a captain leading his men into the fight. Well, good for you, pal. If we look over here, we've got another piercing bolts of burning falling down on their formation, killing quite a few of them. I'm sure we'll find him eventually. Right over here is where we have Boris Tonbringer trying to kill our Fire Lord. And here is another burning skull ripping through their infantry. Not killing as many as I would like, but they're not all grouped up in one area. And over here is where we have our handgunners shooting the living hell out of all of their knights. Those knights were doing well until they met my handgunners. Now a lot of them are beginning to drop. Thankfully, it's not just complete flatlands here. A few of my men were hit by that skull. It's unfortunate, but not a lot. The war wagons will be coming back right now. If we go look over here again, we have more soldiers just trying to get together. We've lost in one location. My pistoliers have gone all the way around. They've beaten back one group of knights. Now they're coming in from behind to shoot up this war wagon that already has 47 kills. Over here in the trees, we've got our captain attacking a group of handgunners, and we need to go after that group of mortar. Unfortunately, they're in the woods, so they can't really hit that easily anyway. And so these handgunners now are advancing. I would rather have them move closer, but I thought that if I did that, I would just be shot up, which is very true. But here's their handgunners holding up right over here while we are exchanging fusillades and trying to see who's able to overcome the other. Boris is still very much alive, and here we are still fighting over here. A pocket of men. We're looking at great swords and halberds. Our pistoliers are now moving in from behind, destroying these war wagons, and you can see that they're finally gone. Grenade launchers are also exploding right around them. They're pretty much done for. They've gotten 64 kills, and over here is Vorn Thugenheim. Look at that man. He is terrifying. You should be fighting for me. I know why you fight for who you fight for, but look at him. My God, what a nightmare. Vorn Thugenheim, everyone. Something out of just some apocalyptic vision. He's cutting through everyone. He's nigh impossible to bring down. We'll have to have some focus, concerted effort to bring him down. Boris is still over here. We have some knights charging back in. My handgunners are really taking a lot of damage. If we look elsewhere, now my war wagons are helping out, shooting down a few more greatswords from behind. The Fire Lord is also fighting in melee combat. We have Magnus the Scarred, who's over here fighting well, and he's in good shape. He's in really good shape right now, defending our soldiers. And over here is where we have some more handgunners who are being attacked by our spearmen. They may have gotten off some shots, but they're not going to win the day today. And here's more handgunners who are in the woods, but our captain is chasing all of them down. And back here is where we had some pistoliers go after that mortar crew who are now gone. So we've broken a lot of them. You can see how many have already been slain. Not long ago, it was a simple road. Everyone was fine. Now Magnus is here to fight Vorn. I want to let you know that I didn't know these two were fighting directly, but they indeed are. I wanted to get rid of Vorn. Vorn attempted to slay my Fire Lord, and here's Magnus defending the Fire Lord right now. They're all heading to him. It's really an awful battle to deal with. Vorn is now even stronger. Pelt of Horrors, Deadly Onslaught, 398 weapon strength for his damage. These two are just going at it right now. It's really all that we need to focus on. He even has help, but there's Vorn still striking him down. And Magnus has been killed. I don't find this out until later, but Magnus has been slain by Vorn. Without me even knowing, one man has taken the life of one of my valued officers, and now we're moving in our war wagons to go after that steam tank that is also moved in. We have our pistoliers moving in, our handgunners moving in, everyone moving in to go after one target. We've beaten everything else. We've lost so many men here. We have fought so well, but Vorn continues to strike. He's at 100 kills now. He's fighting alone. It begins to darken. He's been fighting for so long. If we ever play as Middenland, Boris has a great champion on his side, but here we go now. We have a freaking steam tank and a crossfire stuck here between us. We're able to hit its weak point. Between the war wagon, my pistoliers, and more units moving in, we're going to be able to take down the blasted steam tank. It's a long time coming, friends, but we're going to be able to pull that off today. It wasn't easy. It was a costly battle. The fate of Middenland has been determined by one fight. Vorn continues to fight. Even though he's so weakened, we took out that steam tank over there. We brought in our handgunners and everything else. Now it's only time for Vorn to fight. He hasn't given up yet. I never want to fight him again. No, I need to have him join me. And it's finally over. We've won. We've done it. The battle is over. That was a really intense and difficult battle. Wait, they got Magnus? Are you kidding me? They got him. Damn. I didn't even see that. Vorn is a juggernaut. Vorn was killing everyone. He's a really terrifying guy. Okay, let's replenish now. I didn't even see him get killed. Man. There was so much micromanagement I had to do during that whole battle, using pistoliers, using wagons. I had to get my wagons to avoid the woods. I had to use my handgunners. I had to fight on two sides. We had a steam tank and a general coming from behind. And they had so many veteran units. It was crazy. I run out of magic pretty fast using my Fire Lord. It's not like using Gelt. Gelt is in a different league, not just because of the sheer might of his spells, but because of how many he's able to cast. Hawkland doesn't really have too much. I could say, hey, come on and join me. I wasn't going to do it originally, but again, it'll just give me like the Brass Keep and Hergig, and they don't really have too much. Well, there we go.
Yes, my lord.
Hello, Albric. Cyrus, I don't want you here. I don't want to be losing all of my gold like that. Please do not contribute. No, I'm just curious as to what we'll get from them. Here we go. Ludenhof. Check him out. Okay, bonus versus large plus 8. Cheaper gunners, my god. Yeah, if you want some good gunners, there you go. And I suppose I could give you your roll back. Here you go, pal.
On it.
Gunderman's Surefires. Okay. We have a few more. You know what, Marius? I'm going to give you back Averland. Yoink.
Fine.
There we go. Tolman, you'll become the Elector Count of Nordland. You're from Nordland, so hey, you're now the big cheese, man. How cool is that? A little bit more thematic for him, too. More money from trade. Oh, look at that. Causes damage to combatants. And Nordland Mariners, too. I don't really have that many other characters that I'm using actively, so that's kind of a tough one. If only I could give multiple positions to a character. Well, there's Carl. We've got Carl over here. Right.
As you say,
And let's see, who else do we have? Here's Hawkland, right?
of course.
Here's Valmir von Rokov
I will.
and Wolfram Hertwig. These two I do nothing with. They can keep their lands. Helmet, I've got him under my command. Albric 2.
On it.
Marius. And I've kicked out 2 Elector Counts now. That feels really cool. Oh boy. We're growing. And it's terrifying. I suppose I could keep them around. We're not going to have a long enough campaign to use them all, but that is still very, very cool. Who's over here? Oh, Theodoric, hello. I'm about to go kill him. He's coming to me. Might have to go take him out. Okay, Gelt, come over here to the Black Pit. They do not have another armor. Or army. Haha. So we'll just take it. The Black Pit now belongs to Gelt. Who's over here? Helmet? Oh, hello, Helmet. Well, come over here to Karroburg. Take that location for me. That is another win for our faction. Now we own Karroburg in all of Middenland. I can't wait to play some Ulrich-based campaign. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'll have to go fight a Norska, I suppose. I would really like a mod where I pay higher upkeep to like buy furs for my men in order for them to go out there to travel. Oh yeah, they're not too happy about what I'm doing. Well, you know, things happen. It gets violent. I don't have the funds to do too much, not right now. That means I believe we've beaten them. We took them out. I finally had a character passed on. It only happens every so often where I lose a character. I thought he was doing fine, but I suppose Vorn got him. Look, man, once Vorn latches on, I can't do too much. Tools of Judgment. Okay, a bonus when fighting large creatures. And over here for Adric Gloomfang. Scarred Veteran. Yeah, just to make it easy on myself. I don't really have any armor for you. Here's a potion of healing. You might need that. So now we own that area. Got a bit more. Let's see. Nordland Mariners. Stir River Patrol. Yeah, take that for now. Sure. Helmet. Ranked up too. There are so many unique lords. Mixu's done a great job at fleshing out the Empire. They're now a true challenge. Or just really cool to play as. More spells over here. I'm not really going over everything that I'm doing because, I mean, you've been with me for over at least 15 hours at this point, so you kind of know what's going on. But it's now time to go take on Theodoric. I would auto-resolve, but what does that mean? Like, there's a chance? Huh. Anyway. They've got a lot of artillery, a few regiments too. Let's go. It is now time for our final battle. There's only one more battle that we need to fight for Nordland. Our units are advancing. They're shelling us right now. It's like World War I up in here, man. I mean, there's no trenches, but there's artillery and a lot of people dying who are charging right into gunfire and artillery fire. There goes one war wagon. They're under attack too, but let me tell you, it's no joke. Here we have flagellants who are currently being destroyed by our black war lions. They are shooting the hell out of these guys over here. They're just falling down. These holy men do not know what's up because they're crazy. There's all of our infantry now charging in, being hit by handgunners. Tactically, you know what I'm doing. I'm going all in for an all-out charge. There's going to be friendly fire. There's going to be people dying today. So here's all of my units just moving in for the kill. Here comes my black war lions now moving over to the flank where we're about to offer a deluge of ammunition. Oh, we're going to give it to them, all right. Right over here where there's a mortar crew, there's a wind blast going through one group, and now we're already destroying their crew. It didn't take long at all. These men are done for. No more shelling for you, Shellies. And now we get to flank a few other enemies. We've taken some damage. What I did not see was a Hellblaster volley gun they had, so they were also ripping my units apart for these battles. Look at my men. They're being slaughtered over here. It's only suitable that it would be Fuhrenberg to end the Great War. It's always been on him. It's always been his role. And Lubin, who's been fighting by his side for a very long time. And of course, Edward. Good old Ed, fighting with him. Everyone's been working together for a long time now. It's been a long campaign. There's not much left. It was a short fight, but a deadly fight nonetheless. And now we have some more piercing bolts of burning raining down on these handgunners as we offer a few more shots as they begin to flee. They're just getting popped left and right. And now most of them have broken. The battle is won. We have won the war for Nordland. We have won the war for Middenland. It is all over now. Our campaign is now complete. We've done it. Even you, buddy. Bad timing. We just won the war. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're not going to count that one. We're just going to go look over here and ignore that while we shoot some more foes. That's my idea of a great, great day. There we go. Hunt them down. Get them all. No one's going home today. Especially none of you. Oh, that's a lot of dead men. It's over. That was a good one. Artillery on artillery action. They got a lot of kills. I'm not used to having them actually have artillery and using it well. But they did it. Peacekeeper. This is my land, not yours, so we get +2 to public order for every concurrent war with a neighboring faction and +10 to charge bonus. Well, he's very aggressive. Oh, he's still going. Yeah, we were trying to shoot him to hell, but he made it somehow. There we go. That was 1st Company, Fuhrenberg front line. They'll be back. They're only wounded.
Does the Emperor bid?
We could really push on. I mean, how much more do we need to take on? No, we'll let the men rest up for a little bit, but we can actually get a new unit too, like Hellhunten's Redeemers. Led by zealous witch hunter Joseph von Hellhunten, the Redeemers are vampire hunters. All members of the regiment have experienced loss at the hands of the undead and have vowed revenge. Sword infantry, huh? 61 armor. Ooh, hello. What else do you get? They get Shield of Faith. Very nice. Divine power to cause a miscast for enemies. Exorcism. Oh, dude, these are like really good. Let's give it a go. Maybe those men became... Aha. Fuhrenberg's front line, 1st Company. Oh. We'll call them... Aha, I know. First, Fuhrenberg's first. There we go. They've upgraded. Now they're better. All right, let's come over here and bother their leader. Ooh, he's a bit more hurt now. Oh yeah, big time. Now what about you, my friend Gelt?
Yes, my lord.
Ah, here's Gelt. Hello, Gelt. Now we just need to go after 2 more locations. We're nearly there. Good timing. Chapter objective successful. We've done it. We've gained a new talisman of endurance as well. Musion is under attack by some minor power. Really? You're trying? Be gone, Mingle. Be gone. Look at him trying.
Definitely not.
No, there's a lot of them out there. I forgot how much of these lands I conquered a while ago. Well, if you don't mind, dear Emperor, could you go handle that for me? That'd be great. We're working together. We're all working together. It's actually pretty cool to see that happen, how we're just all kind of like, yeah, let's do our thing as a collective group. I'll take some toll roads. All right. Now we have Gelt. Gelt will head up. He's going to Wrecker's Point. Are we ready over here? Just about. We can go to Dietershafen.
Now, war calls.
Easy enough. It's a very minor location. Now we get to occupy Dietershafen. And we've won. We've done it. Legends Amongst Men, Imperials of Excellence. We have won our campaign. You can see our little, yeah, just our little flow of where we've been and where we're going. That was such a wild campaign. I can't believe we did it. It took so long for me to actually get out, but once I did, once I began to roll, oh boy. I managed all of that prestige so well. I threw it all away at the very end. Well, at least my Imperial authority, but I didn't care. I didn't need it. Who needs that when you're Gelt? So the golden one, the golden glory, Gelt, he did it. And my god, is he a masterful character to play. If you want a good spellcasting time, Gelt, again, not only is he one of my favorite characters of all time in Warhammer, I just find him to be mysterious, he's intelligent, he's a coy, just, man, he's really cool. Like him a lot. Cannot wait to see what role he's going to play in Age of Sigmar, just because he's back now, so I'm pretty stoked on that. I would have been cool with like a few books about him, you know. I think that would have been very cool to just kind of have like Teclis equivalent books, but for Gelt. Gelt, who's a little bit less moral. He's like, what can I do to get the job done? But everyone, we got some new campaigns going on. Don't forget to join my Discord down below. Thank you for watching. We've done a great job. We've won our campaign. It's all over right now. So look forward to more in the future. I hope that you enjoyed this narrative story. Gelt has kept the Empire alive. Gelt has kept everything alive. Jean Feurenberg II, child of the elder Feurenberg, who was executed after his great heroism over on the shores of Nagaroth, he's now the Elector Count of Wissenland. And Hans Weismund has shown his father that he is indeed a great wizard. Magnus the Scarred will be buried with full military rights, as befitting his station and rank. Ethian von Stahl will continue to hunt down undead, as he does. And of course, heretical ne'er-do-wells. We've got so many characters here that we've gotten to know. Johann will go on to hunt down more evil, potentially joining Ethian von Stahl. We've got Marcus Orcsbane, who's going down south to go find any orcs over in the Badlands, though the dwarves have done a good job, so he'll befriend them. And then we have other people too that have just been collectively fighting with us, like Captain Edward Weber. He'll be fighting, he'll be brawling, but you can see how far we went, how much we've grown from that one little faction. Solland has been reborn. We were able to grab so much power. It took, again, a very long time, but we did it. Okay. Let's go have a look over here real quick. Let's go look at our stats. 132 turns. Most settlements held, 44. Lost 1. Destroyed 10 factions. Most wars, 12. Most allies, 5. Plenty of income. Those aren't like really the interesting parts for me. Okay, we killed 86 units total, lost 24. I think a lot of that was me disbanding. Unfortunately, they do count that. Okay, units to... oh, sorry, I was looking at Lords. Okay, Lords recruited 14, Lords lost 24. A lot of me disbanding. Okay, we killed 86 Lords. We recruited 133. We destroyed 1,409 units. Battles fought, 123. Personally, 60, which is actually not too bad. Usually you auto-resolve a lot more, so we fought quite a few. Land battles, 55, 1 ambush, 28 siege battles, 36 minor settlement battles, and 3 subterranean intercept battles. Let's see, 117 for victories, 55 land battle victories, 1 ambush battle victory, 26 siege battle victories, minor settlement battle victories, 32, and 6 heroic victories, which do not happen that much, so that was cool. Total defeats, 6. We had 2 in sieges and 4 in minor settlements, and yeah, that was great. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. We've done our job.
I cannot.
We have completed. Glory to you, glory to us. Now it's just about taking one more point, and that's really it. It was only one more location that we now have. We own so much land. We even have one connective part right over here in Telebekland. That worked out quite well. We own large portions of Sylvania. Ostlund and Ostermark have grown. The Empire is very much alive. They have control of the province of Reichland. So Reichland has expanded heavily. Fortunately, they're the ones who've got to deal with a bunch of nasty wood elves. Alright, time for the outro. Look forward to a new series tomorrow. Aislinn, the Sea Lord of Cothique, is coming. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Gelt has done his part. His service has been rendered complete before Karl Franz and the Empire as a whole. The lands are safe, and the plight of those who sought to harm the Empire has been put to rest. Together, with his agent and friend, Erwin Rohr, they continue their journey to the Southlands, aiding a certain Sir John of the Knights of Origo in their campaign, and in the name of discovery. John Fierenberg II has gone on to rule in Middenland, investing much of his time in the rural countryside. Magister Leuben Siegfried works as his advisor, ever by his side, and often pulling Captain Edward out of a scrap. Word has it that Hans Weiser has become the patriarch of the Bright Order, overpowering all opposition. Captain Adric Gloomfang has partnered up with vampire hunter Raphael, and together they hunt. Tolman Schwartz? Well, he's the Elector Count of Nordland now. He's finally home, where he belongs. Our campaign is now complete.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.